And by the way, our brand new Twix extension that allows you guys to vote on the games, to pick them. 2-0. Hot Shot had 52 in game 1. So they can't get a running start on you, but you got to come up to be able to not get called for illegal defense.
And that's one of the hardest parts about it too, because you'll see just anybody who's running it in Hot Shot is able to bait people into it so well.
Los gets all the way to the rack.
Like the momentum crossovers, like you name it, he was doing it. Like the dribble gods that you see just in a casual 2K game. So he's just kind of left one-on-one trying to break down Los.
Oh my! Get that shot out of here. Hot Shot doing on both ends right now. Look at it again.
That's what we talked about every single time on the defense.
Feast! Why not? Mentalities is they're going to use a lot of that shot clock. They're going to limit Hot Shot's chances.
That's what you need.
Radiant gets it to ZDS. 5 to shoot. Pulls from the mid-range. Steves! What a quarter for him. He's got 12 of their 14. Semi-final game number 2. 76ers down a game.
Something that nobody's ever tried out, but if you're just looking at normal pulling, it's something that's never ever worked just because of the sliders being what it is. It's so easy to make jump shot.
But it's not a 2K concept, unfortunately. Hot Shot, and it's tough. You know, you don't see it ran a lot at the.
He can even extend it back if he needed to.
And drop off. And here we go. 3-point ball game. ZDS bang. A little awkward time out there for the Heat. Hot Shot against Feast. Well, this is a battle now. Running down Los. Ball still alive, and Hot Shot gets a rebound. Under a minute to go here before the Alienware halftime show. This is game number 2 of a 3-game series. He's 0 for 3 from the field. Steves, though. He's come to play in game number 2.
Out of whack, you don't really know what comes into it, but a stop here would just be huge to keep the game tied.
Not gonna happen. The posterization of I Feast.
All right, we've got the halftime show, and it is powered by Alienware. You see the guys downstairs. Jeff Terrell trying to encourage his guys. You famous enough. Look, the Heat came in a little chip on their shoulder, a little salty here as we get into the halftime. It's tied at 31. All right, Phil Visu, let's dive into this. We talked to the NBA 2K League admin about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Right at the start of the first quarter, the Hot Shot, stiff arm action, alleged action in the first game. Sixers didn't like it, especially that last one on that alleged should have been possibly a six foul.
I understand
it's got these guys a little bit on the edge right now.
Yeah, I understand it. You know, it was a little bit similar to the stiff arm.
But it was not.
Not the same animation, though. You know, they went, they reviewed it, they did a lot of testing. And that's something you got to do in a playoff scenario like this. Can't leave anything to chance. And I respect the admins for going through and making sure, you know, everything was on the up and up. So the game 1 is going to stand for the Heat.
All right, let's take a look at these highlights right now. If you look at it, tied at 31, and we were just talking about this as we roll the highlights here and there, of course, powered by Alienware. Phil, we looked at each other at the same time. Once again, it took the Sixers 9 minutes, 8 minutes and 50-something seconds to hit their first 3. Look, this is a ball game, Phil, that if you look at the numbers, they're out-rebounding them by double. They're shooting a pretty good field percentage. They're only 1 of 5 from 3. You know, you look at Hot Shot, he's being contained for the most part. And you look up at the scoreboard, you're tied at 31, you're like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, our version of containment must be different from a lot of other people's. 24 points right there. I mean, that's just what Hot Shot's going to do. You know, the team for the Heat goes as he goes. For the 76ers, it's all about the run. You know, you heard Jeff right there encouraging those guys, stay engaged, keep the energy up. We just have to
shots.
Exactly. We just have to get on a run. The problem is, even with all those points you highlighted, Larry, they just can't seem to find anything and get it working right now. It almost seems like they've been in a position a couple of times to go on a run, but the Heat have done such a good job of just just storming back and keeping this thing tight. And that's why we see yet again at the half a tied game here. The Heat are looking to end this 2-0, man. They're not trying to give the 76ers an opportunity to go to a game 3 and kind of wrap it up. You know, and the only thing that's really troubling for me for the 76ers is, you know, last game Radiant only had 4 points. This game at the half he has 0 points. Again, distributing the ball well. You see it right there with the box score, 10 assists, but his scoring invaluable to this team at times. Feast and Steve's picking up where they left off in the last game, giving you some double-digit performances already. Going to need more from them, but it's got to come down to the 3, Larry. We talk about it all the time for good reasons.
It's very simple. I mean, you look at it, the Heat shooting 70%. You heard those guys, Radiant yelling at those guys. You heard Jeff. Hey, it's got to get going here for the Sixers, man. This is on the table for those guys to try to tie this thing up. Heat looking real good. Let's go downstairs to the Intel analyst desk.
Hot shot from the elbow. Bounces around and down. That'll happen a week from today. And Steezes continues to pour in. He's got 18.
Scoring low that they had from that last game.
Hot shot from the mid-range. 28 now for him. He's only missed 3 shots.
But now you have to come out big here and get a score.
Feast. Big offensive rebound. He's got 12. He's Los to hot shot. 41-37 now. Radiant gets it to Steez. 2-hand jam. We got a 2-point game.
This just looks like the game plan seems like.
ZDS feeds it into Feast. And Steez is right there to help him out. 24 for Steez. Similar storyline to the first game, where the 76ers had a lead. Heat came back.
Expected, because this is just something that they've ran in for last game and this game as well. Just got to try to make some sort of adjustment.
Steez, Feast, they're battling down there. We're tied at 48. Shot clock running down. They force another shot. Oh my. Majestic. Feast. Mid-range. Back to a 1-point game. Hot shot. 2-hand jam, and it's back to a 3-point game. To have another stop here. Almost a mirror of the earlier game.
Putting up some threes, just trying to gain any sort of momentum that you can.
They run a little different set. An opportunity to win $300 grand. They sweep Philly. Final thoughts, Dirk. We're down here, and what can you say? You guys were the 6th seed. You take care of the number 3 seed, and now in a 2-game sweep, you take out the 76ers, and you guys are going to be going to the finals.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable moment right now. I'm out of breath still.
Yeah, 97 points will do that.
It was a great game, you know. I don't even know what to say right now. We're going to the finals, man.
The season has turned around for these guys. Let's take a look at the highlights here presented by Intel, your performance of the game. And you got to, you know, a lot of people in the chat don't understand how hard it is to defend the build you're playing. You have to tip your cap to Feast. I mean, he played really tough.
That's a great defender. Probably the best person that played me, honestly. He gave me trouble both games. But I feel like I got in my groove this game, and we brought it home.
How big were those 2 3-pointers by Majestic? He had a cold ring for one of them, but then he hit a contested 3 over in the corner. And those kind of teammate plays were actually the ones that were able to propel you guys to a lead.
The crazy thing about it was he goes to me, if you get stuck, throw me the ball, I got you. I did it one time, he hit it in the face.
There it was.
That was green right there.
Yeah, so he greened it when he had the cold ring. But, you know, just a lot of tough buckets. And I know you guys at one point in the season, you didn't know where you'd be. You know, going into these last 2 weeks of the regular season, you didn't know if you'd even make the playoffs. But you guys were able to get some wins here. 45 points in this one, as I mentioned, 97 points in the 2 games, 5 rebounds. You only missed 6 shots. And now you guys can sit back and relax. Yep. Do you even care or even thinking about now Cavs or Knicks in the finals?
Nah, we're ready for either team and just can't wait for next week.
All right, should be incredible finals. Miami is punched their ticket in. And he mentioned next Saturday we will see this team from Miami. Back up to you, gentlemen.